Greetings, fellow wood fingerers. So this is a story of how I met a girl and I just had to have her. And the reason I met her was because of Korn. Now it is my genuine pleasure to introduce you to... I don't have a name for her yet. I'd actually really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with that in the comments. You guys ready to get corny? What's up guys, DenDenBMX here with another guitar video because it is indeed New Guitar Day. It's been about New Guitar Day for a couple weeks at this point, but anyway, today is New Guitar Day and I wanted to introduce you guys to my brand new PRS SE Custom 24 7-string. That's right, I'm a genty boy now. I'm just gonna say right now I love this thing. It's like all I'm playing currently at the moment. And how I came to acquire her is a very fun story. But before we get into that, I just want to say, as always, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you let me know and help support the channel by leaving a like, leaving a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around. And if you enjoy this content that I put out and you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you've done all that and you still want more and you really want to support the channel, maybe even consider joining the membership for more exclusive perks and content. I'm really trying to retrofit this little tool speech that I do at the beginning to make it as quick as possible so we can get right into it. So this, again, is my PRS SE Custom 24 7-string. The reason I got it was because of Korn. So this love story begins in September. My brother and his friend got tickets to go see Korn, and neither of them are old enough to drive, so I bought a ticket and I took them to the concert. Now, I've always been a fan of Korn, but they were never really my favorite band. My mom listened to them a lot when I was a kid, so I just kind of like ended up liking them, but they were never really my favorite, you know? Until I went and saw them live, and then I couldn't stop listening to them. I don't know, it was like something in me awoke, and I had always liked them, but now I really like them, and they're one of my favorite bands now. Not even a full month later, my brother hits me up, and he was like, "You want to go to System of a Down in Vegas?" I check and look at this concert, and it turns out that Korn had actually just joined them. So this was quickly becoming like a dream concert. Because one, it's in Vegas, and I haven't gone to Vegas in years, and I've been dying to go again. Two, System of a Down is playing live. Now, System of a Down was my first favorite band. I said my mom listened to a lot of Korn, well, she also listened to a lot of System of a Down, and I fell in love with System of a Down. And I never really even thought I would even have the opportunity to go see them live. Just the fact that going to Vegas and seeing System of a Down live was good enough for me. I was already in. But then Korn announced that they were going too, and I was like, okay, we need to go. Long story short, we went. Best concert I have ever been to. Yeah, I was at the T-Mobile Arena. It was indoors, and that was also the closest I had ever sat at a concert. I wasn't in general admission. I was on the seats on the side, but I was in the first row of the seats. Here's a little clip for a reference. Look, that's where my brother and his friend are, way over there. And then I'm right here. But anyway, that was hands down the best concert I've ever been to so far. That's just another one off the bucket list that I didn't even know was on the bucket list. So seeing Korn live for the first time and then getting really into their music and then getting to see them live again, way closer, and they played all my favorite songs, it was over. I turned into a Korn stan that night. System of a Down was absolutely incredible too. Like I said, it was a dream concert. That did it for me. I'm a Korn stan for life now. So much so that I wanted to start learning their songs. And Korn regularly plays 7-strings, so I was just like, I think I need to get a 7-string now. And at first I wanted to get one of these 7-string Dean Exiles. I've been wanting just a Dean Exile in general because I'm really getting into guitars with poplar burl tops that have like a blue burst around them. Like, look at this Kiesel. Is this not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life? And then I was looking at the Dean Exiles, and then there was also the Schecter Reapers, which I think look really cool. And then I said, maybe I should go play one before I commit to just buying one. So instead of checking Guitar Center, I actually just looked online at my local local music around to see what their inventory was, and they ended up having this, a 7-string PRS Custom 24, and in a really cool color too. So I looked at this thing and I'm like falling in love with it already, and Music Around was already closed that day. So the next day I go over to Music Around to check out this guitar, and I don't see it. And I was like, damn, someone already bought that thing. I know it. I asked one of the workers and he's like, oh, it's right here. We actually just got it back from getting worked on. I'll tell you what they changed here in a minute. And I was lucky enough that they had my exact amp at Music Around, so I plugged it into the PV Viper that they had, and within about a minute, I knew that I needed to have it. This is going to sound like a war crime to some guitar players, but I had never played a PRS up until that point, and I had never played a 7-string either, and it just worked. This guitar has a lot of firsts for me. It is my first PRS, it's my first 7-string, and this is the first guitar that I've ever played and then needed to have. You always hear guitar players talk about how they go to a guitar shop, they see this one guitar, and they play it, and then all of a sudden they just need to have it. Like it's this uncontrollable force, and they're willing to do anything to get a hold of this guitar. This was the first time I'd ever felt that about a specific guitar. Like, yeah, I would go to Guitar Center and I'd play like a Les Paul and I'd be like, damn, this is nice. I need to order me my own Les Paul. It wasn't like I needed the specific guitar that I was playing. This was the first guitar that ever did that to me. But anyway, yeah, I fell in love with this thing. And all of a sudden, this was the one that I needed to have. So, and this is where it gets kind of sad. You guys remember my Les Paul Classic and my Les Paul Custom Pro? Well, as tragic as it is to say, they are no longer with us. But the good news is, they are not far. My original plan was to actually just go trade those in at Music Around for this guitar. But thanks to some last minute planning and a lot of luck, I was actually able to sell them both to two of my good friends. I sold the Classic to my friend Hunter. You've seen him in the BMX videos. I actually also sold my all black LTD Telecaster to him a while ago. I know he takes great care of his guitars. Cherry on top is that if I ever wanted to go play those guitars again, I can just go over to his house. And then I sold the white Custom Pro to my friend Jager, who you should also know from the BMX videos. I had actually been planning to sell him that one for a while, so it worked out. And same thing with Hunter. If I ever wanted to play that guitar again, I just go over to Jager's. Also, huge congrats to Jager and Dez on their brand new baby boy. So yeah, once I finished playing this thing, I put it on hold, and then Monday, I woke up and I went and bought her. I highly doubt this is going to be the only PRS that I ever buy now. And it's probably also not going to be the only 7-string that I end up having in my life. Now I really want to try a multi-scale one, see what that feels like. But anyway, that's the story of how I acquired this beautiful lady. But yeah, I've blabbed on far too long. Let's list off the specs of this guitar, and then let's go play it. So this guitar is a mahogany body, a mahogany neck, it's got a maple cap, as you can see along the edges. I love how they do that to replicate like binding, and it also shows you that it is a maple cap. Now the maple cap is plain, but they put this beautiful flame maple veneer over it. So I think they call it like a wide, thin C-neck with a rosewood fretboard, PRS tuners, PRS hardtail bridge. This is a string-through body. Now here's where it gets a little different from other PRS 7-strings. The guy who had this before me modded it out a little bit. He actually ended up putting DiMarzio pickups in this, and I don't know what kind they are because I haven't opened it up yet, but based off the look, I'm assuming they could just be the like standard PAFs, just the 7-string version. Yeah, it does not have the stock pickups. It has aftermarket DiMarzios in it, which is cool because this is actually my first pair of DiMarzio pickups. This guitar is like my first for so many things, and that's why I love it so much. Also, the other little thing that changed was originally these are supposed to be able to split the coils. I guess when Music Around got it, the tone pot that had the push-pull on it was messed up, so they just replaced it with a normal CTS pot. So unfortunately, it does not have coil splits anymore, but that's not a big deal because honestly, I never use it. Also, one more thing before we start playing. I'm a massive idiot. So one of the hallmarks of PRS is the bird inlays through the fretboard. And my dumb ass, for like the 15 years that I've played guitar, I thought these were all the same bird. And what makes it worse is it's not like I realized it once I actually held a PRS in my hands and saw. I didn't find out until 2 days ago when my dad pointed it out. He's like, yeah, this one's like an owl, and then there's like an eagle and a hummingbird. And I'm like, excuse me? I'd never noticed that. I always thought it was the same bird, just like in different flying positions. Saying that out loud makes me sound like even more of an idiot. But now honestly knowing that they're all different birds, I see it now, and that's freaking cool. Enough of this, let's plug it in. As always, we're gonna be playing through my Neural DSP Gojira archetype. I do wanna get a new one soon, but I'm having so much fun with this one. So let's just get right into the playing. Okay, so yesterday while I was filming, the sun died. So now I'm back to finish the rest. up, folks. Come on, Light. Come back. See, guys, this is why you should join the membership if you really like this channel. That way I can get myself some nice studio lights, and that way my filming schedule doesn't depend on whether or not the sun's out. But anyway, I think that's going to wrap up this video with me showing you guys my brand new, what's it called? PRS SE Custom 24 7-string. This thing is awesome. Another fun fact I forgot to mention is that this one's actually a 2014 SE 7-string. So it's actually one of the ones that was made in Music World Korea, which is pretty cool. I know towards the end I think they started making them in Indonesia, which isn't a bad thing. It's just, I think it's just cool that this one's a Korean made. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. Just me introducing you guys to the new girl. Expect to see more of her. Expect to see more guitar content here. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know and help support the channel by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already and you enjoy the content that I put out. Follow me on Instagram at DenDenBMX, and if you are really down for this channel and you want to directly help support the channel, consider joining the membership today. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.